Day 7. It's almost time to leave New Orleans, but there's something we have to do first. And I've actually completely forgotten what it is. The cemetery. Oh my god. This is how you know I'm not prepared for this. We need to check out the Gedde Tomb to see if Tesselo's remains are here. And unlike every other time we visited this place, that is now open.
There's a small marble plate near the tomb doors. The plate is up. Beneath the plate is a button.
I do wonder why this is open. Has the lock been broken?
Gabriel hears the faint sound of breaking glass.
Ooh.
Damn, you'd think there'd be a light.
There is indeed a light, right here. That lighting though.
It's a lit button.
That's gonna get us out of here? Dang, that looks really nice. Alright, so having done all that, let's repeat that. We don't hear breaking glass that time.
Gabriel can't see anything in the dark.
Can I talk to the darkness?
Is anybody here?
From the blackness there is no reply. Of course, that doesn't mean there's no one there.
Indeed.
Gabriel can't do that in the dark.
We're attacking the darkness.
Gabriel can't do that in the dark.
Yes we can.
Don't get personal.
We totally can in the dark. Oh my god. Alright, so let's pull out our flashlight. Not the disposable variant this time, and use it. So unlike last time, I can move the cursor, and the flashlight follows. We've got the drawers with the nameplates. And that. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Alright, let's take a look around.
There's broken glass on the floor. Someone's broken the light in here. No wonder it's so dark.
It happened the instant we pushed that button.
Gabriel doesn't need any broken glass. Gabriel has a feeling it wouldn't be wise to screw around unduly in this tomb.
Screw around. Lovely words. The back wall.
Crypt drawers line the back wall. Gabriel doesn't see anything there he wants to take home. Gabriel has a feeling.
The 9 drawers and the ossuary? Celeste? I don't have my notes in front of me, but I think these are the same names that we saw in the OG.
The plaque on the drawer has a name etched on it. Celeste Gedde. The plaque on the drawer. Casilla Gedde.
I can't quite read that.
The plaque on the Jacqueline Gedde. The plaque on the Ariane Gedde.
Yeah, I remember writing these names down.
The plaque on the Helena Gedde. The plaque on the drawer Cecily Gedde. Handsome, isn't he?
Not that.
Crypt.
Can I move around here? No. Looking for the hotspot.
The plaque on Rosamund Gedde. The plaque on the drawer Zelia Gedde.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Gabriel can't take the drawers. The drawer's interior contains mostly dust and bones.
And nothing else.
The drawers in
Alright, so what did it mean by old dry skeleton in there? That lens flare, wow.
The drawers. The drawers and tears. There's nothing Gabriel would care to touch in that part of the drawer. The drawers and there's no.
I think there's a different description for each skeleton, but there's nothing I can do with them. Okay, to censor.
The plaque on the drawer has an etching of the Veve on it, but no name. Gabriel can't take the drawers.
Brace yourself, fellas.
The drawer is locked.
Wait, what?
The drawer is locked.
Okay, that's different. We're not getting in there immediately. Alright, what of this?
This wall is covered with decorated skulls, an ossuary shrine to some of the Gedde ancestors.
Ugh, I hope no one ever builds me a shrine like that.
Me neither. Ossuary, okay.
Gabriel doesn't see anything there he wants to take home.
I think I know what happened to the men in the family now. Huh. Some of these look loose.
Ha! So the women were revered and buried in the crypts, and the men were just left here. One of them's labelled Tesselo. I can't quite read that one. John, perhaps? Alin something? That one starts with an F. Gruesome. 5 gems. Oh.
Nothing.
So I can push them once. I can't click them multiple times.
Nothing.
I'm guessing the order is down here. Down and then across.
Nothing.
Or starting there. Why are there 2 lines here?
Nothing.
Okay, give me a moment. It's like it's looping around there, so maybe we go this way?
Nothing.
What if I start there and skip the center? There we go.
Hey, one of the drawers popped open.
Alright, once again, brace yourselves.
The plaque on the drawer has an etching of the Veve on it, but no name.
Mosley. Shit, I dropped my flashlight. Huh?
I'm looking very carefully there to see if we could see anyone else, and I don't believe we could.
Ouch. Oh, my head. What the hell was that?
I'd say, judging by the way your head feels and the way you fell down, that someone hit you in the back of the head.
This wall is covered.
Ugh.
Gabriel does not wish to disturb the ossuary ever again.
I can't tell if it's pronounced with an E or an A or an I. It's not a U, that's for sure. Is this still open?
Mosley's body is gone.
So someone put his body in there and then somehow locked the drawer behind him. Interesting. His wallet.
There's a wallet in the drawer. It must have fallen from Mosley's jacket when the body was moved. Perhaps Gabriel should pick it up first.
Okay, we are rich. I don't believe there's anything else we need to do here, but let's go check out this wallet.
It's a man's wallet. Gabriel opens the wallet and finds some ID belonging to Mosley and an Americans Repressed card.
I wish they'd updated that joke.
Mosley's Americans Repressed card. Credit. What a concept. Mosley's wallet has obviously been in his back pocket for a long time. It's shaped just like him. It's a man's wallet.
Alright, well I think we know what we're doing with that credit card. Let's get out of here and get back to the bookstore. Tesselo's remains are clearly not here. I don't think I'm ever going to be back here, so let's take the long way out.
Posted on the door of the museum is a sign saying, closed until further notice.
I'm not going back in there ever. Is the Ritter drummer sending a different message now? Is he sending warn? Okay, we'll never know.
It's one of the Ritter drummers.
You know, I know who you are.
The drummer ignored.
It's like I used the book once, and I can never use it again. Alright. Oh, this place is still open. In the OG, this place was closed.
Hi.
Willie, can I talk about what happened last night? Did you happen to see anything unusual?
Anything new?
These is black days. Something in the air, you know? Black days.
I did not cut anything there.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
That was very strange. Okay, I think I'm actively trying to break the game now, so let's just go back to St. George's and make a plan.
Where have you been? I was worried about you.
For good reason, apparently.
What happened? Do you need a doctor?
Nothing you want to know about, and no, just some aspirin.
Gabriel, this is nuts. You have to get out of New Orleans.
No kidding.
Well, listen, Wolfgang called while you were out. He said, and I quote, "Tell Gabriel that I found what I was looking for. It's time for me to do my duty. Schloss Ritter is his now. Now call me crazy, but I don't think that's good news."
It's
Not
not.
for Uncle Wolfie, no.
What are you gonna do?
If I figure it out, I'll let you know.
But we've got about 12 things we need to discuss with him before he shuffles off his mortal coil. Alright, so let's see if we can make this phone call. (555-0113).
I have a number for a travel agent on that phone book page if I need to call them.
Oh wow. That is surprisingly informative.
Hello, See the World Travel Agency. How may I help you?
Let's troll you a bit.
What are your specials?
Well, our least expensive trip is 4 days, 3 nights in St. Croix for $1,250. Of course, we have much nicer packages available.
Well, that's certainly special. How much for a trip to the Caribbean?
Well, our least expensive trip is 4 days, 3 nights in St. Croix.
I'm sure.
Is there something?
I didn't mean to skip that second one, but that was identical to the first prompt. What the hell, dude?
I always wanted to visit Anderson, Indiana.
I'm so sorry, but you can't get there from here.
Can you just get me out of here, please?
I'd be happy to send you anywhere, sir, but I need a destination.
Alright, so let's go to Rittersberg.
How much for a trip to Rittersberg, Germany?
Rittersberg, Germany. Hold on, let me look that up. I can fly you into Munich. That's the closest airport to Rittersberg. You can rent a car from there or take the train. Let's see, the best price I can see for the flight is $1,400. What would you like to do?
I'll use my credit card.
Charge it to my Americans repressed.
Yes, sir. And your name was?
Mosley.
Feeling a little guilty, Gabriel gives the travel agent Mosley's card number and is informed that he can pick up his tickets at the Nolens International Airport.
But you know what? I think he'd be okay with this. It's for a good cause. It gets us out of the way, and it helps with his investigation. And if my voice sounds shattered today, it's because it's actually playing up.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
I'm out of here.
Guess what? I'm going to Germany.
Really? That's great. But how on earth can you afford...
A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
Oh my god. I wouldn't like the sound of that even if you were a man.
I'll miss you too, Grace.
You can just say, I've got Mosley's credit card. That's fine. She won't get weirded out by that.
I'm really going, Grace.
I really hope you'll be safe, Gabriel.
Got any ideas, Grace?
Yeah, get out of town.
You're so helpful. Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
Nothing.
I can't think of anything.
That means you don't need to do anything while I'm gone. Alright, let's get out of here.
Goodbye, Gracie.
Good luck. Let me know what's going on, will you?
Of course. Are you gonna be okay here by yourself?
I'll be fine. Just fix this, okay?
I'm trying, Gracie.
I don't think she'll be fine. She should lay low as well. Alright, so let's go to the airport. We're going to Germany.
Gabriel picks up his tickets at the airport and boards a plane for Munich.
Ooh. I was about to say we're going to see this place in a cutscene as well, but no.
Wolfgang?
Hello, my name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Herr Knight! Oh, kommen Sie bitte herein. I mean, come in please, Herr Knight. I was not expecting you. Has Wolfgang sent you here?
Uncle Wolfgang? No, I came to see him. Isn't he here?
No, he is gone. I'm sorry. You came all this way.
No, great. That's all I need.
Herr Knight, Wolfgang told me all about you and gave me instructions for you to feel welcome here. Please, this is your home. You are a Ritter, no? I'm just doing some work. I will continue and you may make yourself comfortable. If there's anything you need, please ask me. You may use Wolfgang's bedroom. It is at the top of the stairs.
Thank you, miss.
You may call me Gedde, Herr Knight.
That red carpet. This place looks much more well maintained than the original. And she's not peeling potatoes today. Alright, let's start looking around.
The main entry doors are massive. They look strong enough to withstand anything. Gabriel has no time to explore Rittersberg. He's got pressing business inside the castle. It's a lion's head, carved in stone.
I don't see the dagger here.
There's a dragon's head on the wall. The great hollow Schloss Ritter towers around Gabriel. He can imagine the heat and bills. Gabriel considers checking the echo in this place, but he doesn't want to offend Gedde. A few ancient weapons adorn the hall.
This shadow hunter stuff is serious.
Indeed. There's our dagger.
A large, handcrafted dagger hangs on the wall. It looks quite old, but it's been polished to a high shine.
I wish I could read what is written on it. I think it says Ritter something something.
The Ritter dagger is solid, weighty, and highly polished.
And we can't examine it further.
A few ancient weapons adorn the hall. That weapon might be a bit much to carry around. That weapon...
Okay. We have a weapon.
A few tapestries hang on the wall. Gabriel isn't sure if they mean something, or if they're just good insulation.
Nah, they've got to mean something. Like the symbol of our house or something. Oh, not that. Definitely not that. Jesus. Right, salt, lunch, desk, Gedde.
Gedde's desk looks old and well used, but well cared for. Her chair is more modern.
Honestly, it doesn't look that much more modern.
It's a shaker of salt.
Can I take it now?
Gabriel can't do much with the salt while it's on the desk. At the moment, Gabriel can't think of a need for the salt.
Alright, we'll need that later.
Gabriel is sure he'll end up getting some of those for a meal sooner or later.
Can I have some now?
Gedde wouldn't appreciate Gabriel messing with her lunch.
Alright, Gedde.
Gedde is fresh-faced and quite attractive.
Let's have a chat.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, most of the topics have now been removed. Just quietly, I think that's a good thing.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Wolfgang is the only one who would know about that.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
As Wolfgang may have told you, Schattenjäger means shadow hunter. The Ritter family have always been Schattenjäger. It is a kind of priesthood, though not as restrictive as most.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
Each Schattenjäger passes on his knowledge to a younger man in the Ritter line when the time is right.
Tell me what...
I am sure Wolfgang meant for you to take his place someday as Schattenjäger.
Tell me about Wolfgang.
What would you like to know?
Oh, we're gonna get that weird comments about their relationship.
Where do you think Wolfgang went?
I don't know, but I have a feeling he has gone off to be Schattenjäger again. He is too old for such chasing around. His heart is very weak. He has not left this castle for 5 years, and now this?
This is all your fault, Gabriel.
Do you know when he'll be back?
I only pray he will be back. Before he left, he said Schloss Ritter now belongs to Gabriel. It worried me so to hear him say that. I'm afraid Wolfgang knew he would never return.
He'll come back. Maybe not in one piece.
What's Wolfgang like?
Wolfgang is a truly wise and good man, the best I have ever known. But his life has been so full of disappointments.
What kind of disappointments?
His only son died in infancy, so there was no one to carry on the family line. And the family's financial troubles have been hard on him. Wolfgang wanted to do so much for the world, but it was all he could do to just hold on to Schloss Ritter. He has not left his mark as he wished to.
What is your relationship with Wolfgang?
Herr Knight, my relationship with your uncle is really none of your business.
You're right, Gedde. I apologize. Forget I asked.
They're... I don't want to say bonking, but they're doing something.
Can you show me Wolfgang's library?
How do you know about his library?
When we talked on the phone, he said he was going to do some research in his library. I thought maybe if I saw what he was researching...
Ah, yeah, a good idea, Herr Knight. But I'm afraid I cannot show you the library. You see, I have never been in it. Only a Schattenjäger can enter the library.
I see. Just tell me anything.
Wolfgang has dedicated his entire life to the role of Schattenjäger.
Just tell me anything.
He's not had a very happy life, but I've done my best to provide him with a little comfort. He thought he was the last of the Ritter line until he found out about you.
How convenient.
Just tell me anything.
He knows the history of the Ritter family from many centuries past. He is a good man, a strong man. I am fond of him.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
As you like, Herr Knight.
Tell me something about the Ritter family.
I can tell you what they say in the village, what I heard when I was small. To the villagers, the Ritters are a little, how do you say, tragic, to be pitied. They say that the Ritters were chosen by God to fight evil. But something happened. One of them was cursed, and so the Ritters lost the way. They struggle still, but like a lame dog, you see, without the power or magic they once had.
Yeah, one of them just made some poor life choices.
Tell me something
There are legends of how powerful the family once was, of some of their mighty deeds, of the richness of the castle and, in turn, Rittersberg itself. But at the end of the 17th century, that all changed. Since then, the Ritters and Rittersberg have been in decline.
Since 1693.
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
Schloss Ritter has stood for many centuries. No one knows how long. It was once the pride of Bavaria, but now it is in disrepair. Wolfgang received offers to open the castle for tourists. He has resisted, though, even though the castle is in desperate need of repairs. To him, this ground is sacred.
And you know what? It probably is.
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
The castle has many, many rooms and passages, Herr Knight. Most have been closed off and are decaying in the dark and damp. Only a few rooms have been kept up due to the cost.
Didn't Wolfgang mention a library?
There's a library, but I've never been in it. There are places in the castle where only the master is allowed to go.
Tell me something about...
Schloss Ritter is the center from which the Schattenjäger have always gone out to battle the forces of evil.
So, what do you do when you're not puttering around the castle?
Every day, I go to Rittersberg to do the daily shopping and visit my friends.
Have you worked here long?
For the past 4 years.
What's it like in Rittersberg?
It is very peaceful and quiet. I'm sure you will find it like a vacation, yeah?
Somehow I doubt this is going to be a vacation. This place is so quiet. Doesn't that bother you at all?
I love it here in Schloss Ritter. Even the silence feels like home to me.
Tell me something about yourself.
I was born in Rittersberg, the village below the castle.
Tell me something about you.
I am not well traveled, but Wolfgang has been kind and has tutored me in many subjects. It was from him I learned to speak English. He must have sensed you were coming, Herr Knight, and that you would have need of me.
Once again, your English is better than mine.
Tell me something about you.
I am very devoted to my position here with Wolfgang.
Tell me.
I love Rittersberg. No place on earth could be as beautiful.
Alright. Let's go to both places here. I'll start with the chapel. It looks very similar. That stained glass though, that looks gorgeous.
A magnificent stained glass window depicts the legendary battle between St. George and the dragon.
I named my shop after you. You've always fascinated me. I just never knew why until now.
Wow.
Perhaps it's an illusion caused by the colored light from the window. But this chapel gives Gabriel a sense of something truly mystical.
It does. This place looks beautiful.
Perhaps it's an... There are pews on both sides of the center aisle. The pews look uncomfortable, Gabriel would rather not sit there.
Once again, the guest chairs being uncomfortable.
There are the pews.
The panels.
3 panels hang from each side of the chapel. Gabriel can't determine what their purpose might be.
They look identical.
A plain wooden altar occupies the center of the chapel. A cushion kneeler at the bottom indicates that the altar is a place of prayer. Gabriel doesn't have a reason to kneel at the altar right now.
We will soon, though.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
What can you tell me about those wall panels in the chapel?
The hangings. They describe the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Can you not use the word hangings? I've been dreaming about that lately, that's all.
Tell me about the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Each young man of the Ritter line must go through the ceremony when he dedicates himself to be a Schattenjäger.
But what does this ceremony do?
I do not know, Herr Knight. The only people present are the old Schattenjäger and the new. But I think it must be similar to a priest's ordination or a wedding, a ceremony of intent and oath.
Ooh, ugh.
Is there a problem, Herr Knight?
You said wedding. I'm okay now.
Behave yourself.
Is there anything else you can tell me about that initiation ceremony?
I really don't know any more about it, Herr Knight.
Okay, I'm going to need that salt.
Is that a shaker of salt?
Yeah, salt.
Mind if I take it?
No.
Thanks.
You sounded very uncertain there, Gedde.
The first panel shows hands and water. The second panel shows hair and a knife. The third panel shows a chalice on a table with ocean waves in the background.
How would you even do this with the Schattenjäger and the older Schattenjäger? You know what, I'm not even going to ask.
The fourth panel shows a knife and a few drops of blood. The fifth panel shows someone kneeling. The sixth panel shows a scroll.
Every other panel makes sense except for this one. Oh my god. Alright, let's go check out the bedroom. Wolfgang's bedroom. Fancy. The tree's moving outside, the fire's moving, and we've actually got text here which we can read, unlike what happened last time. Let's have a look around.
A Gothic-style window looks out over an incredible view.
I'll hold on the puddle.
Outside the window, there's a nice thick ledge where some rainwater has gathered into a puddle.
Not snow this time.
There's a window seat on either side of the window. Gabriel isn't interested in sitting at the moment. A large display case hangs on the wall. It contains a scroll.
This scroll looks interesting.
Going to need that very shortly.
Man, I gotta get more sleep.
That mirror is not reflecting the way you think it is. Also, look at the way Gabriel's standing right now. He's like leaning way forward here.
You handsome devil, you. Man, I gotta get more sleep.
Probably just jet lagged.
There's a small pair of grooming scissors on the cabinet. It's a chamber pot.
Take me back to the 20th century, please. I don't have to right now. Even if I had to, I wouldn't.
Gabriel takes the chamber pot.
Well, I mean, it's either that or you stand at the windowsill, perhaps.
Gabriel takes the scissors. The cabinet holds a few items for personal grooming.
What else do we have?
There's a window seat. Gabriel isn't in. It's an old-fashioned canopy with heavy bed curtains. A fire blazes steadily in the stone fireplace.
No thanks. No thanks.
The fire's already blazing, and Gabriel doesn't want to put it out. It's the biggest bed Gabriel has ever seen.
How many people do you think you could fit on that, Gabriel?
The bed is much too large to tote around, unfortunately.
I'm tired, but it's daylight here. I can't sleep when it's light outside.
Alright, so we have a lintel.
The door is surrounded by an ornate lintel.
Which we can't interact with, and we have a poem. I do not recall the translation for this.
The portal says, Nor der Rheins darf passieren, diesen Herz ist rein wie Glas, diesen Seele rein wie Feuer, schreitet heuer durchs Portal. Near the bed is an elaborate wooden door. The door has a very large, very oddly shaped keyhole.
The library door.
It's locked. The only way to open that door is with the right key.
Right, let me make a save here. I do question whether we do things in the right order, or whether that gives us more points. We need to start by washing our hands.
Thinking of the first chapel panel, Gabriel washes his hands in the water.
Let's cut our hair.
Thinking of the second chapel panel, Gabriel cuts his hair.
I hate this. There. That's plenty. I'm not picking up those scissors again. I've cut my hair enough.
Alright, fine. I think Gedde can give us the translation to the poem.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
There are some words over the locked door in Wolfgang's bedroom. What do they mean?
Ah, yes. Wolfgang had me translated as part of my English lessons. In English it means, only the purest here may pass. He whose heart is pure as glass. He whose soul is pure as fire. Through this portal passes higher.
Great, thanks.
I'm guessing Gabriel's already forgotten. Right. Need to put the chamber pot here, or the chalice. I should have been looking at this stuff, actually.
The chamber pot is old, but clean.
I missed the scissors.
The scroll from the display case is very old. The shaker of salt is nearly full. The Ritter dagger is solid, weighty, and highly polished. Gabriel doesn't want to open the shaker until he's ready to use the salt.
Same poem?
Thinking of the sixth panel, Gabriel reads the scroll.
St. George.
I don't care. Nobody saw that. Alright, I'll have to do this in order. I was thinking that we would read that by using the scroll and ourselves, rather than using it in the inventory.
Thinking.
I'm not upset by that, but I'm confused by that.
Thinking of the second chapel panel, Gabriel cuts his hair.
I hate this. There. That's plenty.
Right, Gedde. I need that points back.
Yeah.
Alright, so it turns out mashing the mouse button is not the way to go. Weird stuff happens.
Thinking of the third panel, Gabriel puts the chamber pot on the altar.
And the salt water is, well, we just have to add salt to this.
Thinking of the third panel, Gabriel pours the contents of the salt shaker into the chamber pot.
No, that's not enough. We need water. We need to urinate in it. The blood?
Putting that in the chamber pot doesn't seem to make sense somehow.
No, we're gonna go through with this.
Thinking of the fourth panel, Gabriel holds his arm over
Jesus.
the chamber pot and nicks it with the dagger.
Oh, whoops. Nearly hit an artery.
Gedde, call an ambulance.
Thinking of the fifth panel, Gabriel kneels at the altar.
Let's try that again.
Thinking of the sixth panel, Gabriel reads the scroll.
Saint George, patron of the light, who hunts the shadows of the night. Upon my blood I call thee now. Purify me, for I avow to set my feet upon thy road. Thy sword I take up for mine own. It worked. Something's happening.
Oh, excuse me. I was just vacuuming. I did not know you were in here.
No, that's all right. I've done about all I can do in here anyway. I give up.
You look tired tonight. Why don't you go to bed?
Sure, why not?
I will clean everything up. You need not worry.
I can't believe I cut my hair for nothing.
No, that definitely accomplished something, as you're about to find out. That night, Gabriel dreams.
Your soul snares, Gabriel Knight. You seek to be Schattenjäger?
I do!
You must first burn away the past. How much sin do you have to burn? You have used people all your life, never committing to anything. Turn back now, and I will forget that you asked for this.
No!
There are only two things that redeem you. First, that you have Ritter blood in your veins. Second, that 3 women have loved you purely. You asked to start on the path, so you shall. But you will not be a Schattenjäger until you have earned it.
How?
I cannot show you the path, but I can tell you that you will have to let go of the greater part of yourself, Gabriel Knight.
No problem.
Yes, now you ask for purification. You shall have it.
Oh no!
He takes up the sword for thine own and slays the dragon. Cool sequence. Day 8. Inside a hidden chamber where I had no right to be. I found the wheel at last. Or could it be the wheel found me?
What a night. I'm sore all over.
The hidden chamber though, of the library. I mean, it's our library now. We are the Schattenjäger.
There's a key on the table.
Well, let's grab that.
I don't believe it. It's the key from my dream.
Guten Morgen, Herr Knight. I'm cooking your Frühstück, a good German breakfast. Please, feel at home.
I don't believe for a moment that she did not put that there.
I found this key in Wolfgang's bedroom.
That is good, Herr Knight.
She puts it there.
Can I ask you if you...
Yeah, of...
You wouldn't know anything about this key I found in Wolfgang's bedroom now, would you?
Key? Why no, Herr Knight. I cannot say that I do.
She's lying.
What was that door poem again?
Only the purest here may pass. He whose heart is pure as glass. He whose soul is pure as fire. Through this portal passes higher.
Great, thanks.
Let's go check out the library. Yeah, clearly identifies itself in our inventory as the library key.
It fits.
It looks just as small as the OG. At least everything's labelled. Shield?
On the wall is the image of a shield taking up several stone tiles. However, the image in its center looks jumbled and out of order.
Oh god, it's one of these.
More colorful tapestries soften the stone walls here.
It's one of these. Fuck. Okay, what am I even looking at?
It moves.
Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was. I thought it was going to be one of the puzzles where there's one empty space and you have to manipulate it. The issue I've got here is I do not know what the image is supposed to look like. So there's going to be a lot of moving around until I can figure it out. Let me move this one up to the top left. What goes adjacent to that? I'm hoping it's not this one. If it is, then I need to reassess everything. It is. Okay. Yeah, I think for this video, I'll solve this puzzle and then next time we'll check out the library. Oh, okay, we can just do that. That makes things a lot simpler. Holy shit. I imagine I'm going to get this shield looking good, and then I'll need to shift it over to the right. Okay, what now? Yeah, this entire thing needs to come to the right. What on earth could be behind here, though? The first clue? Mind you, I've got no idea what the first clue would be. Okay, what connects onto there? That one, maybe? Yes. There we go.
Gabriel slides the last tile into place, revealing a compelling coat of arms image of a lion and a snake that looks familiar somehow. With the shield's image in the proper order, the wall opens to reveal a hidden room.
That was unexpected. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, Gabriel.
Behind a wall is a shrine to Schattenjäger's past, their weapons, trophies, and legacy.
A Schattenjäger trophy room. Fucking awesome.
Gabriel? Language. Just that book. And that's the first breadcrumb of the trail that we need to follow.
A title catches Gabriel's eye. People's Republic of Benin by Lowell Cayley.
Oh god, that pun. Why?
Gabriel pulls out a book entitled People's Republic of Benin and scans through it. The People's Republic of Benin is an area of rich and diverse cultures and a proud heritage. Before slaving devastated many tribes, this area was populated by some of the oddest, fiercest, and most powerful tribes in tribal Africa. The Fons, the Dahomies, and the terrible Agri. The book The Primal Ones by John Roots provides insight into these fascinating cultures.
I'm not a fan of those author puns. Alright, I wanted to end it just after solving that puzzle, but that was much quicker than I thought it would be.
Just by glancing at the spines, Gabriel can tell this is one of the most priceless private book collections he has ever seen. Talk about a bibliophile Shangri-La.
Once again, quality over quantity.
2 tall, narrow windows provide daylight to the dank room.
I can only see one. History, Ritter journals, chair. What are the chairs like?
With all these books around, Gabriel would have a hard time sitting still. A heavy wooden table occupies the center of the library.
Nothing about whether the chair is comfortable or not.
The candles are for nighttime reading, perhaps.
Right, we may as well start here.
These shelves contain books and documents about the Ritter family. Journals, diaries, record books, deeds. Something to peruse extensively when Gabriel has more time.
Let's have a quick look.
Although it probably won't shed any light on Wolfgang's whereabouts, Gabriel picks up a book from the Ritter section. This book is entitled Malleus Maleficarum, The Witch Hammer, dated 1486. It's a witch hunter's manual from the Inquisition.
I'm not so sure I'm really interested in knowing about some of my ancestors.
Although it probably won't shed any light on Wolfgang's whereabouts, Gabriel picks up a book from the Ritter section.
Interesting. It seems that her husband, one Freiling Ritter, had rescued this woman from the clutches of the Marquis de Sade himself. This family tree really goes way back.
I'm going to need to look up who that is. I've never heard of
The
them.
Ritter documents are fascinating, but Gabriel is determined to stay focused on the task at hand. These shelves contain history books. Gabriel wouldn't know which history book to read. These shelves contain books on religions of all kinds. Gabriel wouldn't know where to begin with the religion books. These shelves contain science books. Gabriel looks at the titles curiously, but they're all a bit too technical for his tastes.
I think I can read the occult books.
This part of the library contains books on the occult, necromancy, witchcraft, demonology, lycanthropes. Although it probably isn't connected with the case at hand, Gabriel picks up an occult book. It's a book on lycanthropes, shapeshifters. The book claims that lycanthropy is not uncommon. Supposedly, there's been evidence of apparently normal human beings turning into various beasts throughout history, including some famous trials from the Middle Ages. Fascinating. Gabriel's made a few women turn into beasts himself.
Completely different thing, narrator.
Although there are many forms of vampirism. One is associated with a blood disorder and is not supernatural. Another also non-supernatural, is based on a form of insanity. Of supernatural vampirism, there are also several varieties, including inherited, communicative, and vampirism used in black sorcery power drawing rituals.
Then too, there's always law school. These books are fascinating, but I'll have to hope I get time to read them more later. I don't see anything here that'll help me with Tetelo.
Let's keep looking.
These shelves display books on geography. Gabriel's not sure where to start with these books. There are books on sociology in this part of the library. Gabriel recognizes a title, The Primal Ones, by John Roots.
Let's work our way through them.
Gabriel takes down The Primal Ones and opens it. In contrast with the peaceful, nomadic tribes of northern Africa, certain tribes of the southwest were vicious and xenophobic. This part of Africa is called the Red Basin area because of the vast amount of bloodshed that occurred there over the centuries. In this one area of Africa existed, in a perpetual state of war and raiding, some of the most powerful and efficient fighters the world has ever seen. Why did this region inspire such violent behavior? To understand, one must look even further back. See Ancient Roots of Africa by Early Days.
Change the author titles, please.
These shelves contain books on archaeology. Gabriel wouldn't know where to start reading the archaeology books.
History?
Gabriel recognizes a title, Ancient Roots of Africa by Early Days. Gabriel removes Ancient Roots of Africa and browses through it. The ferocity of the tribes in the Red Basin region is traceable to their predecessors. In Egyptian time, 4000 to 2000 BC, this region was ruled by powerful sun worshippers. We know a little about this mysterious cult by the remnants of ruins far older and of a culture far more advanced than any that exists in Africa today. See Sun Worshippers by A. Curate.
What's next? Science, maybe?
These shelves.
No? Sociology?
There are. Gabriel recognized. These shelves. A title catches Gabriel's eye. Sun Worshippers by A. Curate.
I should have got that instantly, and I didn't.
Gabriel takes down Sun Worshippers and scans it. One of the most earliest religious practices was that of sun worship. The most powerful cults of sun worshippers lived on the continent of Africa. The African sun god was violent and terrible, and so became his worshippers. They practiced a particularly bloody form of ritual sacrifice. The homeland of this ancient cult is still considered a sacred site of power. See Ancient Digs of Africa by Professor Seymour Shards.
Was Ogun Badagry the same person or the same Loa?
These shelves. Gabriel recognizes a title, Ancient Digs of Africa by Professor Seymour Shards.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it's the same godly figure.
Gabriel takes Ancient Digs of Africa and opens it. The most fascinating archaeological site in Africa is the Great Snake Mound in the People's Republic of Benin, located 50 miles south of the capital in the Red Basin. Like the snake mounds of North America, the origin and meaning of these great mounds remains a mystery, though clearly they were the result of profound and urgent spiritual belief. Unlike other snake mounds, the African example is a double snake mound, a small snake ring within a larger snake ring. The mound is thought to have housed an ancient temple. Although archaeologists explored the mound site, the interior remains largely unchanged from ancient times. This is partially due to stringent government regulations and partially to local superstition. The local people regard the mound with fear and won't go near it.
A double snake ring?
Gabriel flips furiously, looking for a picture.
Oh my god. It's a wheel within a wheel.
Gabriel decides to hang on to the Snake Mound book.
Double snake mound in something, something, something.
Gabriel opens Ancient Digs of Africa, the most fascinating archaeological site, like the snake, unlike other. Although this is part, Gabriel looks.
Didn't mean to skip the last one. Double snake mound in the Red Basin, People's Republic of Benin. Yeah, we heard about the Red Basin in the other books. I don't know if that was all the same text, but it makes a lot more sense now. Well, at least to me anyway. Where did the other book go? I think sadly the other book has disappeared unless we left it in that room.
Ancient Digs of Africa by Professor Seymour Shards.
Alright, so I'm definitely going over on this video. Next time what I'll do is go outside here, have a chat to Gedde, and then book a trip to Africa.
Gabriel pulls out a book entitled The People's Rep before.
Gabriel? Oh my god. I think it's waiting for the sound effect to play before it plays the next sentence. Jesus. And we put it back down there, so we can't disturb any of the items in this shrine. That's kind of a neat addition. I really like that. Not too fond of the puzzle that got us in there, but that screen is kind of cool. Alright, next time we're going to Africa.